What's up, guys? So welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have Eve Murray won that first place. If you can still remember, Eve Murray was the replacement of Dizon, my Filipino driver that got replaced on the last 3 days ago on my upload. This time Murray came in first. Yeah, impressive stuff from Eve Murray, like a scalded weapon. So right here is the winner of the Invitational, Kevin Tala from the Philippines. So he won. I won the first position, top spot for the Philippines. So that earned me 3,900,000. So at the end of the 2020 Teams Championship 2020 season, Team Principal Hyperionjigs, we got the top spot, Hyperion Motorsports, and that got me 11 million for the season prize money. So we now have, like, we added to the 3 million existing, so I now have 14,700,000. So that is the end of season award. Oh, okay. So expected for Murray was 17th, but she got third. Now we didn't get the team of the season award, so we only have 100,000 for that. We did not get the top spot for the entire season. So it's more of a like the NBA that they have like team and MVP. So it's more of like that. So it is from voting. So it is across all these open wheel, GT racing stars, all of these tier that they pick the best of the best, the best driver, best team principal, so and best team. So we didn't get any of that for the moment for 2020. So we'll try out another season 2021. I'm deciding if I'm to stay open wheel or go up the higher tier. So I'll stay with open wheel this time. Here goes another voting, December 2020 politics. So we're voting for spec suspension. This is good for teams with low performance suspension, bad for teams with high performance suspension. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna abstain. I don't want to vote for that, so we'll see if the vote will pass. If you're gonna, if this basically means that suspension can no longer be developed in-house. That's what we're currently doing. We're developing our own suspension. So that means against, meaning that we can still proceed and continue building our own suspensions in-house. Right here is a young driver graduation. So I started with the 2020 season with young driver program. I hired these 3 drivers. Now I'm gonna pick one, which is Hilgezen. I don't know how to pronounce the first name, but it's more of a Carton Hilgezen, and I'm not familiar with the flag as well. But this guy out from my young driver program, which I actually spent $2 million for it. I always spend $2 million each season to develop young drivers out from like teenage drivers, no experience with open wheel or any of these. You develop them by putting points each race. Each time you race, you put them like attention or what you call they call this they call it improvement points. So the dilemma now is if I'm gonna replace Eve, who okay, so we'll replace Eve. So I now have the new driver Helgeson and Arthur, my old driver. So I'm letting go Murray, Eve Murray. As you can see, I have like the top of the like the cream of the crop when it comes to driver selection. I have Helgeson, who is having very good potential. So, but unfortunately, with cornering, he already reached the potential, so we can't improve that much for Helgeson anymore. But this guy has a lot of potential still, so we can. And then it's he doesn't have, as you can he doesn't have any experience yet, so meaning all his stats will be coming from Hyperion Motorsports. And you can see we'll see that later on, that his stats hopefully he will perform well and prove our decision to be good. If not, then we might have to replace it sooner or later, or replace the driver right away. So that's it for driver movement. I now have Arthur and Helgeson, my newest driver for 2021 season. So this time, since Caitlin Arthur has been performing for my team, he's offered 5,200,000 for Arthur, offered by Spirit GP. They want to buy, they'd like to hire Caitlin and pay me 5 million for that, but I'm gonna decline for and retain Caitlin on my team. Hopefully that decision will be very advantageous to my team, retaining Caitlin. I don't have any other driver that can perform well, so I'll retain her on my team. So we'll enter car development for the next season. So here, guys, you can actually choose your engine supplier. There's two good choices here, Steinman and Montpellier engines. So if you're focusing on performance, you might want to go with a Steinman engine. As you can see, I picked Steinman as my engine for the next season. Okay, that's a comment from my engineer or the mechanic. So we'll test this always happens when you enter a new season, and of course you have new car, new engine. Your drivers will test the car or the cars, and then we'll see if they will perform well. This is just solely based on the performance of the car. This is not a race, but as you can see, Arthur and Helgeson placed first and second respectively, meaning that tells us that the car is performing as expected, or at least on par, way up there, the first on the grid in terms of car development. Here now are the bonuses the drivers received from testing the chassis bonuses, because we focused on the chassis of the car. So my drivers first on the grid, car second on the grid, my engineer sixth on the grid. Okay, let's enter into a new young driver program for March 2020 2021 young driver program. I'm still gonna invest another 2 million for the young driver program, because I really want the from the ground up driver, hiring a driver from your pool of talents that you mold. So we'll see. We'll spend another 2 million for that young driver program. So we'll select I really like this part where you select young drivers based on their max potential and work ethic, stability, ego. You choose three at least. Like I think you can select just one at least, but maximum of three drivers you can develop. So at this point, I'm gonna choose one with the maximum potential. So I have Patel from, I think this is Australia, then Romanjuk and Statham from the UK. So those drivers, each time you race, you will see them, and then you will develop, and they will earn points. It's like a storyboard for their progress, and that's it. Hopefully, by next season, I'll have two drivers that I did not hire from other teams, drivers that were developed, just like Hilgeson that I currently have, the second driver, driver number 2 that I have right now. He came from the Young Driver program. Caitlin or Arthur, I actually hired from other teams, so it's a. I look forward to replacing her in the future with a driver from my Young Driver program. At this point, I'm gonna teach you, show you how to build parts. So when building parts, you mind their performance and reliability. As you can see, I put in all the reliability because I need that to be at 100%, and put in the brake specialist as the lead engineer for building the part. So it is important because these specialists will add additional points to your part. Say for example, if you're building a front wing, you want to assign that one to a front wing specialist. You don't assign that to engine specialist because of course logic will tell you that someone specializing front wing should perform better and should have great results with building that part. Same goes with suspension. You want to assign it to someone who's a specialist with suspension, but if not, assign it to an engineer with higher leadership points. So until next time guys, hope you enjoy my upload. See you on the next one.